IITJEE.
Hi, Tabari Science Lab!
Alright folks, let's check out the next episode of physics. Let's read the problem. You're driving a car that has a maximum acceleration of a. For Tesla, that's about, I don't know actually, maybe 10. Now, the magnitude of the maximum deceleration is also a. What is the maximum distance that you can travel in a time kappa t, assuming that you begin and end at rest? Okay, so let's draw. What are we talking about here? Let's draw a VT graph. So here's my VT graph, VT. And I know that I start with, do I start at rest or what? I begin and end at rest. So I begin at 0 and I end at 0. Okay, fair enough. I also have a maximum acceleration of a and a maximum deceleration, which means how fast you slow down, of also a. What's the max distance I can travel in a time kappa t? So how do we go about solving this? Well, I actually had no idea. The solution I guessed was kind of an optimization solution. Remember, what's the biggest rectangle that can fit in a circle? Well, it's not a rectangle at all. Kind of is. It's a square, right? So what's the biggest distance you can get with an acceleration of a and a deceleration of also a? Well, it's going to look something like this, right? You have your max acceleration a, max deceleration also a. And so what's the total distance I'm going to travel here? Well, simply find the area under the curve, right? How do we find the area under the curve for this one? Well, remember that this over here is going to be our altitude, kappa t over 2. And so what's the area of this blue left-hand side? Well, that's simply going to be half my base, which is t over 2, and my height, which is a. So what am I going to have in total? Well, I'll have twice this area. So that's going to be 2 times half t over 2a. That's going to cancel out. And so what am I left with? At over 2. Is that right? Why do I feel like that's not right? Because that's not one of the answer choices. So let's do the math again. Okay, so what have I got here? I've got the total base of t, and I've got the total height of what? Oh, what's our height? What's our height? We don't know our height, do we? So our height is going to be what? Well, if we have a time of t over 2, well, then Vf is equal to Vi, which is 0, plus At. So A times t, which is t over 2. So At over 2, that's going to be our final velocity. So our height is this, which is At over 2. At over 2. Take half of that, and we end up with At squared over 4 for a nice answer of choice D. Thanks for checking out this episode of physics. We'll check you out in the next one.
Ambition plus MKO plus scaffolding equal learning. We believe anyone can learn anything. That's why our motto is memorization is a crime. And that's why we partnered with Brilliant.
Brilliant transforms math and science into hands-on activities so that you too can understand everything from first grade math to E equals MC squared. Barry Science Lab and Brilliant is your MKO and will give you the scaffolding to expand your ZPD until you become the next Sir Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein.
Visit brilliant.org/Barry Science Lab today. And the first 50 of you to use that link will get a 20% discount on the Brilliant annual subscription.
Don't forget that you too can become the next Einstein. So let's fall in love with math and science.